Let's do this. Different cup. I was thinking about something earlier. I was thinking about how on, like, if you go on TikTok or you go on Instagram or YouTube, you see a lot of stuff with people saying, "Oh, do you think we should investigate Pelosi because she only makes $174,000 a year and her net worth is $240 million? Should we?" And they keep asking that same stuff. And I've already posted a video about how irritating this is to see that all the time. But I was thinking about that today. I was thinking, they keep asking these questions because there's no actual answer. I went on X, and I like X, and I like Elon Musk. But I went on X, and I'm looking on there, and it's the same thing. Everybody almost every person that's posting, it's the same thing. Do you think Doge is doing a good job? Do you like Trump? Do you think Trump is doing a good job? Do you think that Pelosi should be investigated? Do you think that AOC should be kicked out of Congress? The one from Minnesota, should she be deported? It's those are the same questions, and I don't care how many times you look at it. So I was thinking to myself, nothing's being done that we can see. That we can see, nothing's being done. Now I know this takes time. You can't just lock her up. I know you have to investigate. You have to get proof. You got to. I get that. We all get that. But I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, what would what, what would change this? What would make it work? What would help to get this done? I mean, to get the people's faith back, because we don't have faith right now. We have no faith in the government, no faith in, even though I think Bondi will do it and Patel and Trump, and Vance, I still don't have faith. Why? It's as simple as my cup of coffee. It tastes so good. Until you lock one person up, nobody is ever going to believe this. It's going to happen. Because through the Trump years when he is in his first office, they kept saying, Hillary, 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 Comey, 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 Schiff, Schiff, Schiff. Where's Schiff? Not in jail. What about the Clintons? Not in jail. Nobody's in jail. So you can sit there and you can tell me all you want. Schiff he's going to get this. Or AOC, she violated the law, and she did. Okay? So she did. What are we going to do about it? She's going to get it. No, she's not. Nobody's doing anything. They didn't do anything in the Trump years when he was on number one, when he was 45. It irritates me because if everybody's talking about Comey did this, Comey did that, where's the justice? We know that the FBI and stuff was partial to the Democrats and hell on the Republicans. Look at all the stuff that Trump went through. But nobody's been held accountable. Only the Republicans have. Some of them got jailed and all kinds of stuff. Look at January 6th. This was all about the Republicans. It wasn't about the Democrats. It was all about how can we piss Trump off and get him out of the picture. Let's get him locked up somehow. We have to do it, even if we lie. Or we'll make up stories, or I'll pay somebody and I'll get, you know what I mean? No justice has been served. So, Bondi, if you're listening, or if somebody's listening and knows Bondi or Patel, here's what I'm telling you, and Trump too. Here's what I'm telling you. When I was a kid, and one of us was bad, me or my brother, how did my father deal with that? Simple. He brought us both in at the same time. And he would pick on one of us and say, I'm going to whip your ass if you don't tell me who did it. And he would be looking at me, and you know what I would do? Especially if I knew my brother did it? Dave did it. And then I would be dismissed. Dave get an ass whooping. Now I know these are grown-ups, so you can't do that. But let me tell you something. Let me ask you this, and see if this makes sense to you. Suppose everybody's watching AOC. I'm just using her as an example. Everybody's watching AOC on what she done. She's harboring criminals by telling them how to evade capture. So how about you stop talking about all the other stuff and you take AOC, go there tonight and grab her and take her to jail? Bad for AOC. But just think of what it would do. Just think of what message that would send out to all these other people. Or like the mayors. The Chicago mayor sitting up there saying, oh, Chicago's safe. I live in Chicago and it's not safe here. That's why I have conceal and carry. He lies. No, Chicago's much safer than before. No, it's not. If I call the police right now, it'll take them 45 minutes to get here. I got a home alarm. If it goes off, maybe 45 minutes to take the cops to get here. But the bottom line is this here. If you finally take one person, just one person who's guilty of something, and get that person, the rest will go, oh shit, they're not playing. I did something bad. But, hey Patel, dude, let me do it this way. Hey Bondi, listen babe, I know what Pelosi did. I know how she made her money. And I did the same thing too. But listen to me. If you cut me slack and I get to walk away with a little spanking or something like that, I'll give you Pelosi. I'll tell you how she did it, when she did it, who was involved in it, and we'll get that done. If you do that and you broadcast that you got Pelosi, and you know what I mean? You got AOC, so she's ready to cry now because she's going to jail. She'll give you anything you want. I would, wouldn't you? So let's try that. Why don't you grab one of these guys who did something bad, shift, or there's every one of these guys, just like Al Green. He was guilty of breaking the House rule, interrupting you know what I mean? Make him, or when all the Democrats stood up and they're singing, they were all violating the House rules. What Vance should have did, not Vance, what the Speaker of the House should have did, he should have called the Capitol Guards back in and removed all those Democrats that were disrupting. But he didn't do that. So they got away with doing that. When I was young and I would get in the kitchen and get in the cabinet underneath there, my mother would scream at me. And she would pull me away from the cabinet. 5 minutes later, I'm back in the cabinet. She screams at me again, pulls me away from the cabinet. I'm going back. But when my dad comes in and he sees me there, he whoops my ass. I don't go back after that. Because he did something to me that I don't want to do it again. I don't want to go to jail. And neither would AOC. But if you take her to jail, she'll she'll cry like a little baby. And then, but the main thing is that all the Democrats at that point in time will be saying, oh shit, I'm in trouble too. I did what they did. I better I better get Bondi on the phone and have a talk with her and see if I can't turn state's evidence. Think about that. I'll bet you that would work. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And man, my coffee was so good today. One more time. Mm. Bondi, do it.